Hello everyone and welcome to our new channel TigahSoft, where we review products and softwares and also provide in-depth comparisons for the same. Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be unboxing and reviewing the recently launched Apple iPhone SE, also known as iPhone SE 2020. We will also look at some of its features along with the key differences between the new iPhone SE 2020 and its lookalike iPhone 8. So let's get started. I recently purchased the black color variant with 128 gigs of memory for 47,800 rupees, and it was surprisingly delivered to me in just one day, even though I was told that it would take at least 2 days to be delivered. Good job, Flipkart. The new iPhone SE 2020 was introduced on April 15th, 2020. Comes in 3 memory options, 64 gigs, 128 gigs, and 256 gigs. The price in India starts at 42,500 rupees for 64 gigs and goes up to 58,300 for 256 gigs, while in the US the price starts at $399 for 64 gigs and goes up to $549 for the 256 gigs option, which is quite less when compared to the prices in India as per the current conversion rate of 76.32. Nonetheless, this is the cheapest iPhone available as of today. All of the 3 variants come in 3 color options: white, black, and product red. When you buy a product red iPhone, a portion of that goes to fight HIV and AIDS, or in this case, the current global issue we are facing. Alright, let's look at the box. On the front, we have a picture of the phone. On the sides, we have the iPhone logo and branding. While on the rear of the box, there are few details mentioned about the contents of the box: the memory capacity, that is 128 gigs, the price as stated earlier, and the month and year of import, which is May 2020 in this case. Alright, let's open it up. It is always so satisfying to peel off that plastic. And look at that, the box cover comes off with just one hand. Perfect. As soon as we open it, we see that there is some sort of a folder in which we can see some documentation about the phone. A SIM ejector tool, and of course Apple stickers. Okay, let's keep that aside. And then we have the phone itself. Let's get rid of that plastic and see how it looks up front. The phone is compact and feels really good in the hand. It can be easily operated with just one hand, unlike most phones these days which require 2 hands to reach the edges of the screen. It's great for everyday use. It has curved sides and edges. It has a single camera on the rear, and the Apple logo has been moved down to the middle of the phone to match all the newer iPhones, which is the first thing that differentiates this iPhone SE 2020 from the older iPhone 8. More into that later on in this video. Let's keep that aside for now and look at the remaining contents of the box. We get only a 5-watt USB power adapter. The phone does support an 18-watt power adapter for faster charging, However, that'll have to be purchased separately. We also get the wired Apple earphones with Lightning connector and a Lightning to standard USB cable. So basically, Apple has just mixed its already built components and combined them together to form the new iPhone SE 2020. While it has the body of the older iPhone 8, which was introduced 3 years ago on September 12, 2017, it has the all-new A13 Bionic chip inside. However, Apple has priced this phone super low, unlike the other Apple iPhones. Prior to the new iPhone SE, the cheapest iPhone was the XR, which starts at $600 in the US and 52,500 rupees in India. Earlier, if someone wanted to buy a phone that costs less than that, would look at Android without a doubt. This phone is made for those people who either already had an iPhone and were happy with it and didn't even think of buying a new iPhone because of the usual high price, or even for those users who wanted to shift from an Android phone to an iPhone but didn't because of the same reason, high price. Now, however, they have a choice. This is Apple's best deal ever, no brainer. Yes, all of the iPhone 8 cases fit perfectly on the new iPhone SE 2020, since the dimensions are the same. The A13 Bionic chip is the same chip used in the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and the 11 Pro Max, which means that performance would be superb and software updates will be supported on this phone for a long time to come, making this a great deal. However, this model has 3 gigs of RAM. Given the smaller screen size, it should be just fine. On the front, the new iPhone SE 2020 now has seamless black bezels, while iPhone 8 had white front bezels, which is the second thing that differentiates between the new iPhone SE 2020 and the iPhone 8. The remaining differences from the iPhone 8 are internal and price. iPhone 8 had 2 gigs of RAM, while SE has 3 gigs. SE has portrait mode capability, which was missing in the iPhone 8. The chipset used in iPhone 8 was A13 Bionic, and the last difference was the price, where the iPhone 8 had a much higher starting price of $700. Apart from that, basically everything else is the same. The phone has glass on both the front and back and has an aluminum frame. On the front of the phone we have the 4.7-inch screen with a resolution of 750 by 1334 pixels, which is equivalent to 326 ppi density, where the brightness goes up to 625 nits. A 7 megapixel front facing camera, a small speaker on the top, and Touch ID. At a time like this, with the current global situation, Face ID will no longer work if you wanted to unlock your phone when you are outside, since you'll be wearing a face mask. Touch ID to the rescue, which works perfectly on this phone. The haptic feedback is really satisfying. To be honest, it has the best fingerprint sensor that I have come across. It is software based and the haptic feedback can be changed as per your liking. However, I like the default one. It also supports multiple fingerprints to be saved in the device. On the right of the phone, we have our power, sleep, wake button and a SIM card tray. The phone has dual SIM feature. One nano SIM can be used here and the other is an electronic SIM used internally. On the left of the phone, we have our silent switch along with the volume buttons. On the bottom, we have a speaker, microphone and a lightning port. There is no headphone jack, which is already expected looking at the current iPhone lineup. On the back we have our 12 megapixel single wide camera, a microphone and a single LED flash. The rear camera can record 4K videos with up to 60 frames per second. while front-facing camera supports HD videos with 30 frames per second. The downside is that it doesn't work as good in low light conditions because it doesn't have night vision feature. Nonetheless, it has the best 4K video camera quality in a budget iPhone or even any phone for that matter. The rear camera hardware provided in the new iPhone SE is also the same as in the iPhone 8. However, this time it is supported with the advantage of new image processing thanks to the latest A13 Bionic chip, meaning this camera will be better than the one in iPhone 8 thanks to the software assistance provided from the chip. A major concern for most people when looking at the specifications of this phone is the battery. It only has an 1821 mAh battery and gives around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, which is okay for a phone for this size. However, given the capability of faster charging with an 18-watt or higher power adapter and the ability to charge with a wireless charger just like this one, the small battery size shouldn't be a problem. I'll leave a link in the description of the wireless charger, the one I'm using, if you would like to check it out. It works like a charm. Furthermore, the other good things about this phone are that it supports Bluetooth 5.0, it supports Wi-Fi 6 technology, and it is rated IP67 with splash, water and dust resistant with a depth of 1 meter up to 30 minutes, meaning the phone is safe from small spills here and there. Now that we have covered all of the good stuff, what are the reasons that might break the deal? First, I really wish that the battery size would have been better than the 1821 mAh. No one likes to charge the phone again and again and worry about the cell phone dying out in the middle of the day in case the charger is not around. Second, the front black bezel should have been removed altogether and a bezel-less screen should have been given, provided that the phone size didn't change. And finally, an 18-watt power adapter should have been included in the box. Giving the 5-watt power adapter just seems like a marketing strategy to make people go and buy the 18-watt power adapter from Apple. Though, as stated earlier, the 5-watt power adapter does the job just fine, given the small size of the screen and the phone itself. Well, that's it guys, you just witnessed the first ever review in our new channel, TigahSoft. Hope the video was informative and helpful. If you did enjoy the video, then please give the video a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really does help out the channel a lot. Watch out for more reviews. Thank you. Bye bye.